Hi guys, and welcome back to another DrAce video, and today we're going to be playing Ride 4 Challenge 31 of the weekly challenges here, and it's time for the BMW M1000RR in the motorcycle variant of Portimao. So here on the first lap on board the BMW. Now I love the BMW, so this is a great motorcycle and a great track, a bit of a good combination here today. Very careful going into the first corner because of course it's a very hard braking zone with a very difficult sort of corner to get yourself into after such a hard braking point. This track tends to be quite difficult, but the more time you spend with this bike, and of course being on stock tyres, the better you will become. So we're going to try and give you some pointers here today, trying to help you out getting used to the flow and the feel of Portimao. So the first thing first, of course, this is stock tyres, and this kind of took me a little bit of a while to get back into the flow of things. The stock tyres obviously don't brake as well as your classic slicks, and they aren't very good in the sense of keeping temperature. They tend to overheat a hell of a lot. So if you feel the need to, do a couple of laps just to warm yourself up and get into the thick of things, and then potentially return back to the pits to change the tyres, or at least just return back to the pit so the game will automatically replace the tyres and let them cool down as such. But Portimao corner for turn 10 is going to be a difficult one. I'm going to go into detail on the next two laps, but for the time being, familiarise yourself with this track, get to the grips with the BMW M1000RR, and just take your time with it, and then we'll start thrashing in the fast lap times. So on to the right hand side, we'll go for the 13th corner for Sagres, turn 13 here in Portimao. The target time to beat is a 1:54 or a 1:51.9 or a 1:55 for the bronze, but of course you guys are here because you want to obtain gold performance, and of course that is why I'm going to be doing the video here today, to give you some pointers and a bit of advice on how to get the gold. So first and foremost, our first completed lap is going to be a 1:44.202 it's going to be, as we now go into the first corner. Hard braking zone at the beginning of the rumble strip there. Follow the right-hander going into the rumble strip. You can go on the rumble strip there if you want to, and then make sure you're braking on the right-hander here, just onto that green part. Use that as a guide on where you're going to be braking. Run it a little bit to the right-hand side of turn 4, then flick it to the left-hand side to really bring on the acceleration. But do be careful because the tyres right now are absolutely scalding hot, so be very careful as we brake very firmly going into the left-hander for Tour VIP. Now I did start braking there at the beginning of the rumble strip, so once that one materialised and it was literally exactly where the front wheel of the BMW is going to be, I've begun to start braking. So begin to brake now as you see the other rumble strip on your left-hand side. I've mentioned many times that the rumble strips are there to help you, and they are a visual aid on where to start braking and where to position the motorcycle. So bear that in mind for the next couple of corners as well, because you're going to be using them. So we get onto the left-hand side now for the Craig Jones. Follow this nice tight high left-hander, and then as you see the rumble strip on the left-hand side begin to develop, that's your marker for starting to sit the bike up into a parallel position and start braking gently. You don't need to go full brake there, just brake gently and controlled, and you will begin to slow down and brake perfectly for the Portimao corner here in Portimao, of course. So going on to the right-hander now for Sagres, as mentioned earlier, using that rumble strip again as another braking marker. You'll be surprised how many rumble strips are actually used as braking markers. You will see it across the track in many of my other videos, how I tend to brake near the rumble strip as a guide on how to get there. So of course going into the gallop, very easy corner to get right. Just make sure you're holding the right amount of acceleration, make sure you're moving the analog stick in a controlled manner, none of this pushing pulling stuff. If you start pushing pulling, the bike is going to squirm. So going into the first corner, rumble strip, you've seen it on the left hand side there, braking the second it begun, and hard and firm braking going into the first corner. It is very difficult to slow the motorcycle down, but we now have a 1:43.371 on that previous lap. I'm going to be doing this lap to now probably try and improve the lap, but of course most so importantly help you guys follow the lines, follow the same sort of lines I've been doing on the previous lap, so you guys are going to be well aware on how to tackle Portimao after this video has concluded. So firm on the brakes we go for the Tour VIP for the 5th corner here in Portimao. I got onto the rumble strip a little bit there. I'm probably not advised to do that because of course it may slow you down, but of course it does tend to knock the stability of the motorcycle a little bit, and it does tend to get a little bit bumpy on those rumble strips, so do be careful if you get caught up on those. So on the right hand side we'll go for Samsung, and now just to mention as well, I haven't gone back into the pits. I'm still rocking that red hot front tyre and the warm rear tyre. If I can do it with those really hot tyres, you can do it too with a nice fresh stock tyre as well. As we go into the right-hander of Portimao, following what I said of the previous lap, using the rumble strip as a guide, you'll be absolutely fine going into that corner. Left-hander here for turn 11, smooth amount of acceleration. You'll see in the bottom right corner of your screen there how much acceleration is being applied in those corners where you have to lock the throttle and be very, very smooth. So now onto the right-hand side for Sagres, trail braking in to the 13th corner there, just a little bit of brake, not too much. Of course, if you completely hold the front brake with the tyre this hot, it's just going to drop onto the floor immediately. So it's a little bit of just tapping the front brake or just holding it ever so gently, maybe half pressure on the finger, and that is all it is going to take. But that is going to be it. All 3 laps have been completed here in Portimao, and I'm pretty happy with the lap times. So on the screen right now you will see the lap times, and unfortunately not my smoothest and consistent of paces, but still a very good set of 3 laps nonetheless. So those are my lap times. If you want to jot them down and maybe make a comparison to your own, you're more than welcome to do so now. So that is it from me. Second place after just 3 laps here in Portimao. Not too bad, I will definitely accept that one. But upon that note, guys, I hope you enjoyed the video. If it has helped, let me know in the comment section down below. And of course, if you have enjoyed the video, like, comment and subscribe. And consider hitting the notification bell to be alerted to every single DrAce video and live stream. But upon that note, guys, thanks for watching, and I will see you next time. Ciao for now.
Oh hi! Didn't quite see you there. Good to see you're still here. If this video didn't quite set your appetite, then why not watch some more DrAce content by clicking the video shown on screen now. Furthermore, if you would like to follow me on social media, you can do so now with the links down in the description. Consider subscribing so you don't miss a single DrAce video.